Hello and welcome to the fifth episode of Skyblock Blueprints, a series where I teach you how to play Skyblock. Now in the previous episode I showed you how you can build a magma cube farm to get magma blocks and how you can build a decent gold farm with a decent production rate. As you can see I already have a few stacks of gold blocks, well almost two stacks. So today I'm gonna get a bartering station. It's gonna be a small, simple design by Nembon. I can't pronounce his name properly, but I will put a video in the description of his gold farm, gold bartering farm. Um, but that will only be a small portion of the video. It's gonna take like 5 minutes setting it up and getting the piglins into the station. For that, I will need more name tags. I already have one name tag. If you want name tags, there's two options. Well, a few options, but if you already have villagers, you can get a librarian villager and level that up. That might take a while. Another option is to get a nice like 5x5 area of water, or 5x5x5, and then do some fishing. You After a while you should be getting name tags and you will get some other nice things like enchanting books and saddles as well. So that's not the fishing might take a while, but it's not a bad option. Then the other thing I'm planning on doing today is a slime farm. Now there are two main designs for slime farms. I think it's the only designs out there. The first is this original standard design where you find slime chunks in your world and you just build in the slime chunk. To find the slime chunks, you can use the mini out like I am. You can use chunk base on your web browser and just put in your seed and it will give you the option to show where the slime chunks are. Or if you do not want to use these type of tools and you want to have a pure run, you can just build a platform around Y level 50, I'd say, like a cobblestone platform of top slabs. You can light it up and then wait for slimes to spawn in a certain area, and you will be able to narrow down where the slime farm chunk is. Or the second option, which is a much simpler design, is to find a swamp biome and build it that way. For that, you will need a decent amount of brown mushrooms. But yeah, so I'm gonna go for the second option, the swamp design. But unfortunately, my closest swamp biome is 1,000 blocks that direction, near the stronghold that I discovered. There's also a quad witch hut far there, so that's for a future project. But yeah, so let me get started on getting a next name tag, and then I'll head over to the Nether and get started on my gold or bartering station. So I built this giant fish tank. Well, not fish tank, but yes, this giant water pool thing, because I wanted to fish for the name tags, as you can see, I already named them. And one thing that you need to know, if you haven't noticed already, is Skyblock is a really grindy thing. You can spend hours upon hours collecting resources. Um, Fishing is also has always been a grindy thing. So that's why I built this giant thing, because a recent change, well, not, it's actually a few years older by now, but you need a 5x5x5 area to get or improve your odds of getting treasure when fishing. And so that's why I went bigger, just to ensure that I meet that criteria. And then after like five fish caught, I got the name tag that I needed. So yeah, just a small lesson, or not lesson, but I just want to tell you, like, you're gonna spend hours on Skyblock. You're gonna be unlucky with a lot of things, and you're gonna be trying to avoid that unluck by building a giant pool. And then after five fish caught, you'll get what you want, and it's just gonna sit here. And clearing this out will be a pain. So that's a problem for the future. But yeah, so now I've got the name tags, I can quickly go build the bartering station. Okay, so yes, the gold farm, I'm still busy with it. As you can see, I already got one piglin in here. What I'm doing is I'm just building some small platforms here, protecting against ghost spawns, and standing over there because I'm building it next to the gold farm, so that takes up all the spawning space. And now you can see piglins, whatever you call hoglins, spawned. So what I just do is I run back until I despawn. Let me do it this way. And okay, they despawned, and I can just run forward again. And I just keep an eye up there to make sure no zombie piglins spawn. Okay, so the design is actually made with glass. Okay, let's see what happens here for a second. But I don't have enough sand to build it out of glass, and I don't have a librarian yet to get glass. So what I'm doing is I'm just spawn proofing with carpet. I will need to swap this block out with a glass block and then push it down with a piston into its head. Then the piglins stand on carpet, which help them pick up the gold block from here. The hopper shoots out a gold block on the pressure plate. Once they pick it up, it triggers this and it just loops back and forth, and then it automatically collects beneath. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly wait until I get just piglins spawning here and the hoglins disappear. Because I don't want to be dealing with hoglins. Okay, so I got more piglins spawning. I just want to name tag him so he doesn't despawn. And before I forget. So what you can do... Oh. Well, so as you can see, some already pathfinding there somehow. Interesting. But what I'm gonna try quickly... There we go. Now that one is out of the way, I can lure this one. So next time, if you do this, make sure there isn't already one that accidentally went in there. But yeah, what you can do is you can just lure them with gold, and they will follow. Oh yeah, and don't forget to wear a piece of golden armor. Otherwise they will be attacking you, and don't open any chests when they're when you are near them, because that will also aggro them on you. Yeah, that's... But as you can see, it's already going back and forth with the piglin trading and spewing out items. Now all I'm doing is putting it there. Okay, so this is a bit of a mess, sorry, but as you might know, or if you don't know, carpet does mess with pathfinding, and that's what was happening there, and now I can just move it back. But now that everything is in, I'm quickly gonna remove the spawning platforms, and then I'm gonna run away so that everything else despawns, and only the piglins in the trading booths will remain. So I quickly decided to just come and grab some of the sand over here, and the potato pack that I use for the skyblock, the buried treasures spawn around with these small sand thingies around them, these small sand islands, I want to call them. And let's see. Okay, I also just wanted to share with you what I'm getting. Nothing special actually. I mean, yeah, the Heart of the Sea is nice, but I don't have a need for it right now. Yeah, I'm just quickly gonna smelt some of the sand so that I can also just put a roof on the bartering stations. Okay, I want to show you how you can get a glass on here. A small trick I want to show you is if you need to place a block above like this, and if it's a full block, you won't be able to reach it. So what you can do is put a slab there, jump and place the block there on top of the slab, and it should do that. And then if you, especially for pistons, then you can just swap it out for a piston and use your lever. Right, let me use it up there because otherwise it's just gonna pull it back once the lever breaks. And there you go. That's an easy way of getting the glass into the spot. Okay. So now, also one more thing I want to show you. If you have some babies in there, you can just open the... Okay, don't damage the other one. that was stupid of me. There we go. That's an easy way of getting rid of them. Um, and again, make sure everything is spawn proofed if you don't use glass. I just have a limited supply of sand, so for now I'm gonna do it that way. And then with this design, all you do is you press the button and just don't forget to close that. Otherwise they'll throw it out. And now you will see once it picks up, yeah. So you can just AFK for a while. I could even just AFK in the gold farm, get more gold, and then add it to this. And as you can see, I've got some quartz already, which is something I need. Gravel. These aren't part of the thing. String is always nice. And yeah, just everything is really useful. I'm gonna be AFKing here for a while to get more quartz, and then I'm gonna head over and maybe try and get started on a slime farm. Now, in order for me to build a slime farm, I'm gonna need brown mushrooms, and in Skyblock, there's a few options for me to obtain it. The first is to wait for a wandering trader to spawn, and hopefully he will sell it, but that might take forever. The other is to go to a nether fortress, and I should be able to find brown mushrooms spawning on top of it. But a problem with Skyblock is it's a death trap to go to a nether fortress because mobs just spawn constantly and you're gonna die with all the blazes and wither skeletons. The third option is to go to the swamp biome, or not swamp biome, the nearest mushroom fields biome. Um, and unfortunately in my world, I checked, it's 6,000 blocks away. So I'm gonna travel through the nether. Now, in your world, if you need to travel through the nether, you might run into a problem if you don't have enough lava. Luckily, if you have a cauldron, you can and dripstone, you can get more lava. But then you have another problem. You can't turn lava into obsidian in the nether, so you will need a diamond pickaxe in order to obtain the obsidian. Now, fortunately enough, piglin trading gives you obsidian, and I already have my piglin trading station, so I'm gonna have more than enough obsidian. The other problem is lighting the portal. Now that's not too difficult. You can just use the wood trick with lava, but also piglin gives gravel, and with gravel you can get flint, and if you have an iron farm, you get an iron ingot, and you can get your flint and steel. So, um, like I said, piglin trading is a really important part of Skyblock, and it's gonna allow you to get a lot of things done. Especially something I didn't even think about until now, traveling through the Nether. It's gonna be opened up for me now because now I've got a reliable source of obsidian and I can light the portals. So I'm gonna quickly head over to the mushroom fields. Okay, so farming the brown mushrooms, I recommend getting a 2x2 spruce tree growing so you can get some pot soil and then you can just grow the brown mushrooms on there. Otherwise, you have to struggle with some light levels and stuff. And it's quite easy to farm, it just takes a bit of time because not every block will drop a mushroom. Okay, so I've collected all of the materials I need for the slime farm that I'm building. As you can see, I've got a decent amount of redstone already, which I'm going to use for the collection system. I'm going to be making use of m- uh, what minecarts running on powered rails, so that's what I'm got a gold for. And then it's going to be collected by a hopper, and yeah, now, as you can see in the top left, that I'm in a swamp biome. There is the quad witch huts that I talked about earlier in the previous episode, and over there is my the closest stronghold, or the only one I found as far while I was looking for a moss. So I'm just gonna quickly build it. This is a farm by Il Mango. Well, you can almost actually say Mumbo Jumbo. We accidentally discovered this. So yeah, it's a very simple design and it's quite efficient. Okay, I'm finally done with the slime farm. Now, I did a really stupid thing. I forgot that slimes only spawn at certain Y levels. And so I built this thing too high. And after I built that, the after a time lapse, I had to go back and break out down everything. I spent quite a while just breaking the portal because it was in the way, and I moved it down there. I also have this platform just AFK where this guy is standing, and then also I had to drop that down to be able to build here. Now, the design, as you can see, there's slime are spawning in here. Well, another problem I did was I built this layer out of slabs. Now, I didn't know when I was building this that it needs to be a full block, as you can see now when I'm in here, for the mushrooms to be able to be placed on top of it. They can't be placed on top layer slabs. And so I had to go and put slabs on the bottom of all of these just so that I could place the mushrooms on top of it. Getting the iron golem in, it's simple. It's similar to the magma cube farm. Just I also put a little um, mushroom there to prevent any mobs from spawning on top of the iron golem. I don't know if that's possible, but slimes shouldn't be able to spawn there because it's too small of an area. Now for the collection system, I can't remember where I saw this collection system from, but it's what I usually use when I make use of a minecart hopper. You have it run up, as you can see, into a gate, and the gate will close if there's items in the thing. Um, the items will flow through the hopper, and this comparator will pick it up, turn off the storage, and that's how the gate closes. Now, something important, if you ever want to build this, use a chest beneath this hopper and then you can put another hopper. If you do a hopper underneath this one, it pulls out the items too fast and it breaks the gate and the gate just stays open. And so you need to do a hopper chest, then you can do more hoppers. I don't know why it's like that. So yeah, very simple design, already AFK'd quite a lot as you can see. For now this is more slime than I would need for almost anything. So yeah, I'm gonna take this back to my place, and I think for now that's where I'm gonna end the episode. I hope this you found this helpful. So when building these slime farms, it should be in the videos that you watch. I wasn't watching a video, I was using an old took a copy from an old world and just rebuilt it. But as you can see, Y level 68, 67, that's around where you can build it. You can do multiple layers, but you need to make sure it's in the certain range. Um, don't do the same mistake as I did. And then obviously it needs to be in a swamp biome. I really, once again, I really hope you found this episode useful, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I hope to see you next episode. Goodbye.